Okay. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Good morning. To some of you, according to your location on the face of this planet Earth. We welcome you all to our today's live broadcast right here from our homeland, Radio Biafra, here in Biafra land, where I am broadcasting from. I remain the... Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. I remain the fearless Ipob evangelist, Mazi Maduabuchi. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Aninri. Aninri is a local government in Nigeria province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster under Ipob. Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, and he is still incarcerated in DSS solitary confinement, illegally detained. And that reminds me of something. Let me see if I can call the names of the Supreme Court judges. We must have to reach them now. Justices, Supreme Court justices. You know, now we are in November. There are much space in November. We have been, and I will not talk about October. Let us talk about November. Now there is a big space in November. So they should check themselves, their diary and everything, their program, knowing that if something will happen to 15th of December, the sitting of the court of Nnamdi Kanu, this November is enough to do it. You can bring it back. Do you understand? 5th of December is okay. 10th of December is okay. The issue of Nnamdi Kanu is a very serious matter. It is even greater than Nigeria, whatever Nigeria have, you know. But the Supreme Court judges of Nigeria, I don't know. Maybe they know what they are doing or they are being controlled. We are watching. All we know is that what we are in Supreme Court to demand is justice. We have never demanded for injustice in any court. You hear from Ipob lawyers, you hear from Ipob, we are the only people that call for justice. Nigeria have never called for justice. Nigeria have never. Let them show us where they are calling for justice on the issue of them and Ipob. No, it's only Ipob that call for justice. It's only the lawyers of Ipob that calls for justice. That is why we are always standing firm to challenge every evil that comes around us, because we stand for truth. We hate corruption, we hate evil, we hate killings, we hate intimidations, we hate illegal detentions. That is intimidations. We hate malice of any kind. Can you understand? So the Supreme Court judges of Nigeria should know that November is a very big chance to withdraw the case of our leader, to bring the date back, to bring it back. You know, our leader will not go like a criminal. We love it the way it is in court. But mind you that what we are challenging is the illegal state of execution. And that is to say, we are demanding for Nigeria to obey court order, their own court order. That is what we are there in their court to demand. We are not there asking that Nnamdi Kanu should not be jailed. We have crossed that level. We are not there asking them to look into the charges against Nnamdi Kanu. We have crossed that level. We have gone above that level. That is why some people that challenge Tinubu's victory, Tribunal gave him victory, right? So Tinubu victory, when they went to Supreme to challenge it, some of them who are ignorant of what Ipob is in Supreme for, they started comparing the two. We are not there demanding that Nigeria victory should be brought down. No, we are there demanding that our victory should be implemented. It is quite different from you going to Supreme challenging the victory of Tinubu. in his victory in a tribunal, you go to Supreme. It is a lie. It doesn't work. Don't compare it with our own. So the Supreme Court judges, I still return back to you, that you still have space. We don't want to hear story. That's why I repeat this 3 times. We don't want to hear story that you have this one on 15th of December. I think you choose 15. The same way you choose 14th of September, isn't it? That is why we are reminding you, Supreme Court judges of Nigeria, that there are big space in the month of November. There is also big space in the early of December. Instead, 15 will fall in your vacation or recession, whatever you call it in your language, in December. I hope it will not fall in it too. Maybe your diary is working now. It didn't work in May 2nd when you pick September 14. Supreme Court, you know your diary wasn't working then. But is it working now? Oh, that's why we're reminding you. Have your diary started? Are you now working with diary? Supreme Court judges. We are asking you to avoid coming and tell us, hey, we are in vacation. Judges are in vacation. Is your diary working? We are reminders, so we are just reminding you. You know, we are the Onovo of a High Court in Enugu have cleared the road for Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know what the Supreme Court will be seeing again. I don't know. Blackmail didn't work. Then the what is it called? Prescription of IPOB had been destroyed by Nigerian court again. Then the charges against Nnamdi Kanu have also been discharged. Then the IPOB is securing victories in court, IPOB members. So what will be a hindrance? We are just asking Supreme Court judges, what can you see no hindrance? You can, anything you see as anything coming closer to stop the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu, you can balance it with UN order, UN ruling on Nnamdi Kanu. Use it and balance it. Anything federal government is presenting to you, that take them to UN order ruling on Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. The same thing is reflecting in Nigerian courts on Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. So what is another hindrance? We are asking you, because our road is now clear. Nigerians should know our road is now clear. The road of IPOB is very, very clear. Facebook, you can do your what, that's your business, not my business. We continue. Thank you. Share it very wide. Don't mind the company we are using. We are using Meta, or what do they call it? Is it Facebook? But we should, let us go to the current Supreme Court justices of Nigeria. Let us just touch them a little. There are ones they write with red. I will still call them. If they have been or they have resigned or they have been retired, they should also know that they haven't retired when Nnamdi Kanu's issue was brought to them in November 2022. They were there. So if you are recently retired, no problem. You are among, right? Let me call the ones I have here. We need to remind them, share it before Hasina hang with a vacation na 15 December. Yeni na in a minute with time. In my time I hear Ruela and we broke in a hand. So that is why we are bringing it to their notice that 14th of September, and we have not forgiven, but they can balance it with the December 15. So if there is any DSS or federal government frustration coming closer to them, they should also balance it with the UN order. Anything federal government bring to you, Supreme Court judges, as a reason why Nnamdi Kanu should not be freed, use the UN order as more reasons to balance the appeal court ruling. You use it to balance it. Or should we remind you other rulings, other judgments on the favor of Nnamdi Kanu? You knew it. Let us call their names, then we move. Their plans have failed. That's why we are approaching them this way. They are now crying. So defeating IPOB is impossible. That's the only agenda of Nigeria. Nobody, they know you cannot jail Nnamdi. The agenda is keep him there, destroy IPOB. That's why everybody is talking about, every enemy is talking about IPOB. They know you can't destroy only the ordinary IPOB. No, you will face the structure. If you fake the structure, you attack the structure, you blackmail the structure, the government to facilitate it, the government to sponsor it, the government to do as left. The only weapon of Nigeria is destroy IPOB. Tell me what they have done to Kanu. They try to bring him down by using DSS, not to give him his medication, keep him hungry, don't give him water, don't change it. That's the only thing DSS can do on their own. Do you understand? What can Nigeria do to Nnamdi? Can I ask you? Can they join him? No. The only thing is destroy IPOB. Then, if anything happen, you bring one them. Then, if you release Nnamdi, he cannot start afresh to arrange another IPOB. Right? We will now use politicians now to bring him down. He will now surrender. That's the only plan. That's the only plan also. Do Nigeria have any other plan? They should show us another plan. Let us call from the Chief Judge. Olukayode Ariwola, Supreme Court Justice. Musa Datijo Muhammad, not Muhammadu or Muhammadu, Muhammad, Supreme Court Justice. Kudirat Kekere Ekun, Supreme Court Justice. Chima Sentus Nweze, Supreme Court Justice. Amina Ogi, Supreme Court Justice. Whether you are retired or not, this is current list. There are one written with red. I will still enter there. Whether you have been there. Our case has been in Supreme over 1 year now. For 1 year now, it's 1 year. So you have been there. Whether you are retired last week or last month, you was there since. Owani Musa Abba Aji, Supreme Court Justice. John Enyang Okoro, Supreme Court Justice. Let us go to the people, the one they write with red. But you are included though, whether you are out or not. Lawal Garoba, Supreme Court. They didn't write it again, right? They didn't put, okay. Lawal Garoba, Supreme Court Justice. Helene Emu Ogun Mumiju, Supreme Court Justice. INM Solawa, Solawa, SAULAWA, Solawa, Supreme Court Justice. Adamu Jawuro, Supreme Court Justice. Tijani Abubakar, Supreme Court Justice. Emmanuel A. Agim, Supreme Court Justice. In case they think we are joking. We are only waiting to make sure that what we are fighting for is being proved. Our argument is being presented in court. And we have presented it in Nigerian court, which Harold Wilson was avoiding 67 that warranted him to tell Gowon to go and kill us. Because he don't want Gowon to arrest Ojukwu. If he arrests Ojukwu, he will bring out a Aburi Accord agreement and the world will look into it. They say go and kill them. And we went, our fathers go on defense because they brought war here. So that on their process of defense, the agreement will not be talked about. The same thing they tried here. And we have defeated them. They knew IPOB is under command. You know, like DSS have told Tinubu that an organization that is well structured with a principle, Principle. He says it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to defeat them. Now you know why Ipob and all of them was attacking only DOS. The structure is the problem. Nnamdi Kanu lechara the structure. Gwa gị gaa nwa anụ. Gaa nwa. Tatunule. Akwa ihe anyị gwara ha. Try. Did we ask you not to try? Asị gaa nwa na anyị nọkwa ebe. Whatever you know you can do to stop Biafra from coming, do it. Because IPOB will do everything humanly possible to make sure that Biafra comes. That's what we promised them. Have they not done it? Tell me the gain of the people they contracted, the gain of the killings. After all these things, did we not tell you their agenda? So, Supreme Court should also know that from up and down, IPOB is free. Nigerian government should also know that from up to down, IPOB is free. We don't approach an individual. President of Nigeria is an individual. We don't have any business with him. His duty is to make sure that his government obey court order. There is, Tinubu inherited empty case file. There is no trial, no charges in the case file of Nnamdi Kanu. No charges, nothing. So Tinubu have no power on it. Rather, he can have power in the Nigerian constitution. Do you understand? People must separate things there. He have order in their constitution by telling the Minister of Justice to implement the constitution by ordering DSS to obey court order by freeing Nnamdi Kanu. That's all. Some people who are cowards from our land call themselves elders. They say we are begging Tinubu. These are cowards. That's why they are unpresentable before anything. Do you know the reason? How can our people that claim to be fathers be begging? If they end up begging, what will we do? We will now be crawling before we meet with the Nigeria government. No, the children will now crawl. Then our own children, how will they meet if fathers keep begging instead of confronting the government and say, this is our country, obey court order? That's what we expected from them. This is our country, obey court order. Ohaneze, you want me to be Nigeria, but you cannot challenge your Nigeria government. You are so cowardice, the governors are cowards, so they cannot convince us to be Nigeria. So supporting the evil of Nigeria cannot force us into Nigeria. The people that claim to be Nigeria from our land, they cannot confront their government. They are cowards. They extort money from them on their road in Biafra land, the army. They can't tell them, I'm a good citizen or I'm Ohaneze. The army will extort from him. He will not say, I am a government too. They will collect money from him. They will block the road. You will be on checking point. Do you understand? They witness everything we are seeing here. So what is the benefit of the Nigeria that somebody is trying to keep Nnamdi Kanu the more and they convince us to start loving Nigeria? Is that not your intention? But there is no such opportunity. Such thing cannot happen. Because that's your reason. That somehow, one day will not surrender. Will not be clapping and shouting Nigeria. You must be a fool. If you are having such thought, you must be a fool. You must be very, very foolish. To be Nigeria, to do what? You see Okwadike shaking. He cannot pronounce a word that will show you are from you are a Nigerian. They are all beggars. Obi also begged until he died. Then Nyanwodo, a beggar. All of them beggars. Governors, beggars. That is where they want us to follow. But they didn't buy anything from us, for us. From the market, they went to the market. They don't have gain. For how many years you have been in this market, in this business? No gain. You are telling us, all of us in this house, all my children, they must be in this business. When the business you are doing with the Fulani and Yoruba for how many years, we do not have a gain. If we want to buy a razor blade, we will go and complain to Fulani. But Fulani from the shop, where we are doing combine, which even we are the people that have the shop, the resources from our land. Fulani will buy vehicle. Fulani will buy plane. Fulani will fly, do anything they like with the resources from our land. Then those that claim to be our fathers that are doing the business with them, if they want to buy razor blade to cut their nail, they start begging Fulani. They will start kneeling down. If they want to barb their hair, they start writing, trying to look for somebody to go and beg for them from the north. They will look for a northern friend who will beg Fulani to release money for Baba. The same shop they are doing combined with the Yoruba and Fulani. Enasim Korean Nigeria. No way, Ibembo, no way, change aqua, no way, Fulani and change aqua, nay Babariga, nay Cobbler Hatcher, Yoruba change aqua, sheep and Abatano Budoha. Come on, obey court order. And now you're quite big. Asking how we take seaport. Did we ask you to go and bring Lagos seaport? Obey court order. Or Hanese is your country. Challenge your government. I beg Tinubu, an individual. Who is Tinubu in the matter? After court order, Tinubu have no power. The only way Tinubu as a president have power is had Nnamdi Kanu been going trial, or had he been convicted, or that's all. Either convict of years, or is in life imprisonment, or he have been sentenced to death, right? And he's in CC block. You know, you are somebody sentenced to death, they put him in CC, condemned criminal block. That's the house. There are lifers cell. There are high jail cells also, 21 years, and some other one. They can be with lifers, those who convicted 21 years. They can be with lifers in same cell, after all. That's when the governor, the president can come into a matter. That's when the president can come into the matter. Not when judgment have been given. When judgment have been passed by the court and somebody is begging a president, you are to confront the president and ask him, are you aware that court order have been disobeyed? If other government that handed over to you disobey court order, why are you inheriting it? Is it good thing to inherit? Must you inherit it? So when you inherited it, why are you sitting on it? Now, it is not your fault. You inherited it. Then must you sit on it? Why not push it away by telling your Minister of Justice to forward something, the court order, to the DSS to make sure that the court order is obeyed? DSS is not on their own. The government controls them. So why must they allow that? When all your traps against IPOB have been neutralized by IPOB, against Nnamdi Kanu have been neutralized. I send them your number. Again, I get settled. Man on office. I will tell her. Nah, mommy, he name say. Do you understand? So we move. So what we are saying is that, where is that my socket? That Nigerian government should not be hoping on any chance to defeat IPOB or defeat Nnamdi Kanu. There is no chance. And we will never allow any chance, and we will not provide a chance. All their traps have been neutralized. Their main target, as Lai Mohammed always cry, is the financing of IPOB. Let me bring my manual fan, please. They have taken the light, so let me put on this rechargeable fan. Okay. Okay. I'm back. We move. So that is the issue. They were targeting IPOB finance. That's the problem of Lai Mohammed. IPOB finance is a very serious problem. They are financing. The problem of Lai Mohammed is finance. That's why when this criminal came, both those from America, all of them, they focus on finance. It is a serious agenda. Now, when the finance failed, do you know what they did? They said, stop financing IPOB. Don't contribute. DOS will eat it. They will share it. That is, stop IPOB finance. It is the one of the highest agenda of the federal government. They started arguing when we abandon an account and say we are no longer operating. They started operating with it. They say, oh, they can't. They say this because that is the main key of the federal government. Now, when those things fail, they now come to criminalize IPOB financing. What was the how do they do it? You know, we follow them up. Our God bless us to do so. Now, how do they do it? They started claiming to be in charge of ESN. Now, started raising fund in the name of ESN. In that their fundraising, they never come with peace. They come with violence. They incite violence. They will now say that they are contributing money to support our men at home. They must fight Nigerian army. Nnamdi Kanu must be freed. Do you know what they were doing? They were trying to tell the world that IPOB financing is to sponsor terrorism at home. And that was exactly the report of Lai Mohammed and Nigeria government was delivering to the international community, that we sponsor terrorism against Nigerian citizens living in the East. They don't know. When they were doing that rubbish, we were confronting them positively. We knew it. So you show us our enemy. Are you foolish? Do you know when we started? Do you know how we described our enemy? How to dictate them? Do you know? Did they tell you? So you now come from somewhere and start showing me my enemy. Are you foolish? It's IPOB that will show you our enemy. You don't show us. You are a novice. You don't know. How do you dictate our enemy? How do you dictate our enemy? When you are following somebody that called me miscreant 2016. He now claimed to be in charge of miscreant again. Are you foolish? Do you think you have sense? Those agitating for Biafra are miscreant. Eberima call me miscreant. So after 4 years. Now, 2019, he said Nnamdi Kanu will apologize to Ndi Bandekremado because of Irij in Germany. So 2022 now, he come to lead the same miscreant that are agitating and destroying people's property. He said, how can you be agitating and you destroy people's property at the same time? But when we were agitating, protesting for freeing Nnamdi Kanu 2016, that it might make that tweet in April, we didn't destroy anything. Rather, they were killing IPOB. But he was attacking us. So now suddenly he become a leader of the same IPOB. You must be mad. But you always you see me reminding what the British did to us. Right? But what somebody did 5 years ago, you say he have repented. So British have repented? No, you tell me, why is it that you didn't wake up Gowon when Gowon repented? So Ebrima can call IPOB agitators, miscreant, and say that we are disturbing people's property 2016, that Nigeria was killing us after disobedience to court orders that freed Nnamdi Kanu by Justice Ademola of the Federal High Court and Justice John Solo of the Federal High Court, Abuja, 2015 through 2016. They have been killing us, attacking us. Ebrima came up on his tweet. After making this tweet, he said he have repented, but Gowon didn't repent. No, you remember Theophilus Danjuma because of what happened to Aguirre. But today you don't believe he repented. You see, he fell back to his crime. Isn't it? But in Biafra struggle, he have repented. And you think we are here to play monkey post? Repent where? Repent where? He must be an agent. Repent where? 2016. I protest peacefully. Now in 2021-22, Ebrima started killing people violently. But IPOB didn't do so. He called us miscreant. He called us, so we are not doing Biafra. How can you be agitating at the same time? You'll be disturbing people's property. Ebrima. So he repented after 5 years. But Gowon didn't repent after 50 years. You must be mad. No, Gowon repented. Go and welcome him before his death. Did you welcome him? You say he's unforgiving. But Eberima can be forgiven. Each and every night I go the same. I met somebody in here. Then you know. Do you understand? They went to the finance of IPOB. They went. That's the agenda of the federal government. If they fail to surrender the finance, then, you know, you see them protesting. Sack this one, sack this one, sack this one. Do this. After all, they said, stop financing. After all, they started raising funds with the name of ESN. In a violent, that is, in a wrong manner. After that, they started, that is, using the name of IPOB to raise funds. When they raise a fund, they tell you what they are going to use it to do. They are going to sponsor men at home. They use the name of Nnamdi Kanu, free Nnamdi Kanu, to raise fund. They will now be responding in their brokers that they are going to use it to sponsor men, which you know that have no business with free Nnamdi Kanu. That's what we are there trying to do, to corrupt the financing of IPOB, so that the world will see it as a gathering of terrorists where they fund terrorism at home, so that it will match with the what federal government presented to them internationally. That's the agenda. You see them down. Where did you see them now? Why is it that whatever you do, they must call for fundraising and they make inciting violence incitement? Because it is in line whether it is working or not working. They don't care. That is to tell you you are not in control of yourself. If you are in control of yourself, if you call for sit at home, it didn't work. You call for another one, it didn't work, you stop. But because you are not in charge of yourself, whether it is working or not working, you must do it because you are under control by the government, not willingly. Now you understand. Or don't you know the foundation? That the target is, the only means to corrupt or to destroy the name of Nnamdi Kanu is attaching their activities to ESN. Attaching their criminality to ESN so that it will be connected to IPOB. From there, they say they're in charge of IPOB so that they will carry on their criminal activities with the name of IPOB. Who are they targeting? Nnamdi Kanu in detention. That's the target. From there, they said they sack DOS, they're in charge. What do they want? They want to corrupt the name IPOB, then Nnamdi Kanu will become a bygone. Now you understand? The same ESN that have been confronting that Nnamdi Kanu was here at home when he's not in DSS. He was outside leading us. Now he's leading us from detention. You see us celebrate the victory of ESN. You see us celebrate the victory of ESN, didn't you? Even Ebonyi people started going to farm they abandoned for years. Now, do you know that Simon said that ESN was nothing before they came? That is the agenda. Neglecting and bringing Nnamdi Kanu down. Neglecting his achievement, calling it, we have been in struggle for years, or you are listening to it and confirm if you think it is lie. Thank you. Or you are listening to confirm. Just listen to it, Berima. That's the agenda. Destroy IPOB, then we'll allow you to do agitation. We know you are not getting Biafra. Then if you destroy IPOB, then we'll allow you to start doing agitation, you know. We'll help you to grow. Use the name of Nnamdi Kanu to grow. So you start doing agitation from year to year, you know. You'll be giving them agenda. From there, Biafra agitation will die. That's the agenda. But we push them away. He's now doing that thing they told you. But somebody that they told you now, they are telling you now, allow him to do his own. He told you he sacked IPOB leadership, which is not member to. So he cannot go and do his own without sacking IPOB. Just imagine mentality. You now say leave him to do his own. Now you know his agenda to destroy IPOB. That's why he come up with blackmail the wife of a leader, blackmail everything, so that you forget everything about Kanu, so that now he will shout at Biafra. You will now follow him, and that's what they planned, which failed. Listen to him.
From February 2022 till this time now, which is November 2023, we have moved from autopilot to Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Remember that then, there is no gun, there is no ammunition, there is no weapon on the ESN. ESN had nothing. And some of them see what was going on, hit and run and collect. That was what was happening before we stepped into the game. So from...
Did you hear from Ekperima? Do you see how he's countering the efforts of Nnamdi Kanu? Some of you clapping. ESN victory. ESN. You see Ekperima telling you ESN have nothing before he came 2022. Now you understand the game. Now you are getting it right. A whole ESN that Nigerian army is running for. Ekperima told you that they have nothing until he came 2022. But Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped 2021. And we have been securing victories in bushes, securing farmlands. Then they were doing it with a stone, or they were doing it with the grass. When ESN was assembled, you saw those men that have guns. But Ekperima, to underestimate IPOB and underrate Nnamdi Kanu's achievement, which have always been his agenda, always, he used the name of Nnamdi Kanu to rise and bring in Nnamdi Kanu, that without that we save IPOB. That's the agenda. Imagine what somebody is saying on the ESN that people are praising even before Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. This is what he said, that they have nothing before they came. Listen to him again.
From February 2022 till this time now, which is November 2023, we have moved from autopilot to Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Remember that then, there is no gun, there is no ammunition, there is no weapon on the ESN. ESN had nothing. And some of them see what was going on, hit and run and collect. That was what was happening before we...
We continue.
From February 2022 till this time now, which is November 2023, we have moved from autopilot to Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Remember that then, there is no gun, there is no ammunition, there is no weapon on the ESN. ESN had nothing. And some of them see what was going on, hit and run and collect. That was what was happening before we stepped into the game.
Now, there is a language I want you to bring out. We. You know, this is a very psychological word. What do they mean by we? Do they have name of group? The answer is no. Now, who is the we? Biafran people. Can you drag the whole Biafra people into your ideology? The answer is no. Then, what is the name of their group? Then let us listen again. You think you have heard what he's saying about Mazi Maduabuchi? Because when you bring ESN down, that is Nnamdi Kanu. He's now trying to present to you that Nnamdi Kanu have achieved nothing. He's not trying to tell you that the whole contribution of our people on ESN was eaten, because ESN have been functioning and doing what before Nnamdi was kidnapped. But I told you that ESN have nothing before he came in February 2022. Just imagine. Just imagine. Just imagine what somebody is saying. Somebody may prony an anchor. Then listen to him.
So from 2022 February to this point, we have been able to, modify everything to become a more organized structure. We moved from.
Now, do you understand? He now modify everything to be well organized structure. Where is the structure? Now you know they are fighting IPOB structure to give you wrong structure. Do they have a structure? He will tell you their structure. Now you will hear the structure of Ipob and his gang. You will just listen and hear his structure. You will see that they are baseless. He's telling you that the structure of Nnamdi Kanu is not strong. He is now he laid structure, more organized structure. But IPOB have unit coordinator, zonal coordinator, local government coordinator, senatorial, state in Biafra land. Then in abroad they have unit, zone, state, regional, state, and national. From there you move to continental. From continental you get HOD. From HOD to director. Imagine such a structure that Nigeria is complaining. You can see it. Read it from DSS. People that have such structure, principle, you cannot defeat them. I told you they came and they laid a structure, more strong, structure that is more strong. What is the structure? Who are the we he's using? Is a psychological word. Then listen to his structure.
Autopilot agitation to the Biafra government in Biafra, before we step into ammunition, there is no weapon on the ESN. ESN had nothing. And some of them see what was going on, hit and run and collect. That was what was happening.
You see what we call ESN. Say hit and run and collect. Listen.
Before we step into the game. So from 2022 February to this point, we have been able to, modify everything to become a more organized structure. We moved from autopilot agitation to the Biafra government in exile.
Listen.
We have moved from the Biafra government in exile to now forming a de facto government.
Now you understand. Biafra government in exile, they have moved from there. Do you get their structure? They started with autopilot. Then they moved from autopilot to government in exile. They now move from government in exile. So no more bridge. They are now forming the de facto government in homeland. Do you understand? Where people will contribute. They say we will contribute. Are you aware? But IPOB stop contribution in Biafra land. If you will do anything eventually in the family, you will report, and they will grant you for free will donation. You don't leave people in Biafra land. Our leader said no. They cannot be contributing. No. They give their life, they give money again. No. They stop it. Do you understand? Now, let us move. They have structure. The structure of autopilot. He said from autopilot to government in exile, from government in exile to de facto government. Now you get their strong structure. The structure of chameleon. Changing. Structure of murderer. Structure of killing. Structure of lies. Structure of false. That's the structure that is more Kennedy. Then you have listened to their structure. You see how he presents Nnamdi Kanu's achievement. That is disciple telling you that ESN was empty before 2022. Then what was the problem of Nigerian army? They are going after ESN. They are blackmailing ESN. They didn't go for ESN in the bush. They tried and run away. So why? So ESN was with a stick, and the Nigerian army have not defeated them until 2022. Ekperima came. They now have weapons. Do you understand? They have weapons. You know, lies. Okay, listen to get their weapons. You see their weapons now.
Biafra 1967 until Wazirike started it again this 1999. And when this nincompoop will come to social media and say Samanekpa is going to bring Biafra in 2023.
Do you understand? Now, let us go again. Let us hear from the latest political agent. Do you know what Simon Ekperima did? You know, his gang don't even know what is happening. But I will still just tell them. I'll open their eyes now. Do you know what he did? Those people he started this allegation with, you know what they are doing for how many years now is allegation? Blackmail. They are not doing agitation. They are not doing agitation. They are doing allegation. Ekperima and his gang is only doing allegation, not agitation. Tell me what they do that is not allegation. Do they do agitation? No, they do allegation. Now, those that they gathered and start this very rubbish, they have sacked them. If they know they cannot sack you, they will provoke you. Do you understand? Now, do you know the reason? The government that contracted him have started telling him how to reposition, and they are now bringing in the main politicians like Ngozi Orabueze. Do you understand? Now, all Uchemefor's main agent and Dokubo main agent are now closer to Ekperima. That is the de facto government in homeland they are shifting to. From Brig, now they are now de facto. You know, people can be driving. Now, if I want to tell you that there is no we in the de facto government, in the government in exile, it is only Simon that is the government in exile. Should I prove it to you? There is no other person that is included in the. Then hear from the insider, those that knows what they are doing. Those, you see that guy that Mazi Maduabuchi dragged very well out. We saw him now. That guy that talk about what he don't know. Do you understand? You know, everybody will claim you study. I told you I stopped in primary 4. Oh, yeah, now carrying him. Onye bia osigo oguru ebe a ige ihe ọ na-akọ ka onye nọziri. Oh, yeah, now we unu na defend kwa ihe onu na-akọ. Now listen to him. He will present Ekperima as the government in exile, not a people. Listen to him.
You guys watch the exile, you know, they attempted on trying to acquire jets, fighter jets. And they believe Biafrans can do that. So in order to get this thing, they also have to somehow, the people back home need to contribute.
Do you hear him? That guy, Mazi Maduabuchi, confronted. He's the one talking this. He said in Finland, they talk about, they talk about Ekperima. He said you'll be listening to him, you'll be hearing he. The government in exile, he is the Ekperima. Government in exile. Just, I want you to pick that point. He, not people. He, the government in exile, he is the Ekperima. Simon Ekperima. Listen to that guy that is a boy to Uchemefo. Do you understand? You saw the other day he defended Uchemefo. He said Chike Dozem was a subordinate to Mefo, right? But we know that Asebu and Co was expelled, but the secretary Edozim was not expelled. Right? He was there to present Mefo. The same thing with the Eberima when he was defending Dokubo. He said it is the same thing they are giving you allegation. That's the same thing they did to Mefo. The same Eberima defended, brought Mefo. Anybody that brought Mefo in this matter, then you know who they are working for. Now, listen to this guy very well. Listen and start hearing the he. Upon the lie, so he's lying about fighter jet. Just be picking the he.
Government in SI, they attempted on
the Biafran government in SI. He started with D. So you'll be hearing D. You will hear it now.
On trying to acquire jets, fighter jets. And they believe Biafrans can do that. So in order to get this thing, they also have to somehow, the people back home need to contribute. So I know when people, before they go into price that, they have actually get a rough figure. Remember, one of the defense minister in Biafra homeland, in Biafra government in Ezra, one of the defense minister was one American chief airspace controller. Fighter jet airspace controller. So he is not a nervous in that area. He knows what is happening there. So in that way, they try to make everything. The Biafran government is someone who is very conscious of security. I have told you guys about a bulletproof. Yeah.
Do you get the point? He said Biafra government is very serious about security. Just be listening to what he
wrote bulletproof just for his own protection and other things, as the number one target of the occasion there. By force, we will take it by force, and the boys are rising. And the ones that are selling training, in fact, the Biafra government Ezra was actually, can you imagine, he was dreaming to buy a fighter jet.
Do you hear the he? Biafra government in Ezra, he was dreaming. He is a Berima. He was dreaming, not we. Biafra government in exile, he was dreaming. You will see here another.
They actually prize me. Look at those people now. You see what happened? They actually prize it. They actually prize a fighter jet. So I need to push that in. They actually price it, and you know what? Igbo people, when they price something, you know what happened? There have been some close near miss. You guys watch this thing. The Biafra government in SI, they attempted on trying to acquire jets, fighter jets. And they believe Biafrans can do that. So in order to get this thing, they also have to somehow.
And he believed that Biafra government in exile, he believed that Biafrans can do it. Listen.
The people back home need to contribute. So I know when people, before they go into price that, they have actually get a rough figure. Remember one.
I think you hear contribution in the people back home will contribute. Let us continue. I just want
one of the defense minister in Biafra homeland, in Biafra government in Ezra, one of the defense minister was one American chief airspace controller. Fighter jet airspace controller. So he is not a nervous in that area. He knows what is happening there. So in that way, they try to make everything. The Biafran government is someone who is very conscious of security. I have told you guys about a bulletproof. Yes, he wrote bulletproof just for his own protection and other things. As the number one target of the occasion there. By force, we will take it by force. And the boys are rising. And the ones that are selling training, in fact, the other government Ezra was actually, can you imagine, he was dreaming to buy a fighter jet. They actually prized me.
He studied. This guy, he went to university. He said, in fact, Biafra government in Ezra, he was dreaming. He went to school. I stopped in primary 4. He was dreaming to buy fighter jet. You don't know how to buy fighter jet. So you can just go to market and buy fighter jet. But there was breaking news that you have bought fighter jet already. You bought seaport. They are in Biafra land. We have the tweet now from Eberima. 3 of us. So these are what we have been fighting. Now, look at what is happening somewhere now. Look at this very information here. What is the army coming to our land? Where they are entering in Imo. Now, you will see Eberima. They will tell you, Nigerian army have been defeated. They have been uprooted so that people will contribute money and give to him. We will just listen to it and see what his gang, those that he was working with, those that fought IPOB, that are now talking about their crimes. Look at what they are talking about, his criminality, his lies, Eberima lies. I'll put it, but I want to see it playing out here. You will hear it. Liberation Army, Mekwenka. Liberation Army, Liberation Army, Shikwena Elu, Shikwena Ala, Shikwena Anka, Shikwena Anka. Now, I want to play it.
We have a process we are following. These are people who never contributed anything to the Biafra liberation.
Not this one. Not this one. Where is that very... Where is it? Look at it here. I don't know why. Okay, I will follow here and play it. Let me come. Let me come. We have to play it. We have to play it. We have to play it to see their crimes. You know, the very, very bad. Lies. 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 I'm coming, please.
You issue Nigeria 40 down. Biafra Liberation Army, Umuta to 0. Bamude my safety tag up to Sulu na Kurifa una. Command man, you do not hear now for war. Just watch some video go do. Yeah, but just here to village. Go for local village can go to my person going on wall at the Biafran land. We have for them going on wall at the Biafran land. Or he lost. As you as a gentleman and I will hit you with hope. You get to war. Simon Pajino Punupa. Don't you see how stupid people are? So within Anda Bukita Simon Patachi or saying I will 40. Biafra Liberation Army zero. We will take news now. Achikotambo na Usalun. Achite Gondami Dafu. Na Kofu Akoko. People take good. Come to a Mazi, it's all the Mazi on this cocoa. Mazi to Quebeca. Or why is it so good to walk in the house for Egapado Kunga Wadawa? What will be with you? Figures to Simon, but finish it as is to be done. And what will be with you? I go for go. So, Kitaka, what is a just Yabu of female village? Casport and Damian Jegodu. Female village, Casport and Jegodu. Yatago, Oyabana Bapotasik, Squadra Kitab, Ya, what camp to Squadra Jill now? How much could you not come down? Mabra, those men on the ground are also. The good weapons, name machine in Dabu, Yakaga Bapota, Simon Ibana, Guadamado, Yano Motout, young money, and you post empty floor, Eba or Baloko, Nasi Gisu Army connected to a 40 dead. Biafra Liberation Army zero. Yetim Pamma the Nebu now for 9 months. Gaboputonako. na-akọ ka gị na ụmụnna gị na-anụ ụwọ ka ọ kidnap ka Fulani herdsmen ka ị na-achụ n'ọfịa village unu just nke a bụrụgodo sample flash ya ndị autopilot ga just not one village ndị amị na-ejegoro m ife Simon agọsizi ụlọ ndị amị nke ya na Ebonyi steeti oke ọgbagọsigo uru mmadụ 100 with brigadier band gbangirigba na ime ọfịa n'Imo ya gọsizie gị ndị amị nke Enugu Biafra Liberation Army Enugu Anambra Ebonyi steeti ebe ya nwa si and other part of Biafra ndị chọrọ ịnụ ụgbọ
ndị good number ekene nwụnụ this picture here maka ihe kwa 3 days ago onye je Imo State wetara the information here na one of my voice notes ihe a bụ ihe n'ọsụ kịta so nke a bụ ozi social media something onye ọbụla na-anya abụọ ya afụ ma dị armored this thing armored vehicle ma terrari adọkpụ ka afụ na ha kwado ọfụma terrari for long range shelling ha buchi ya so nke a bụzi ime mkpọtụ Simon Ebasi na-edeclare go war ha abịago onukpo ha abịago nke a bụrụ EcoBand ma ime matching ma ime video to no they are on ground now nke a bụzi Biafra 40 zoo 0 eji gbuo zoo 40 egbolu mgbe egbe aghasa na were onye mamahụ na ọbara ọkụ fesasịa n'ụzọ fesa ma ego eji na-egbuzu ha na-agba ọsọ ego ha na-adapụsị ọ bụzi ya dị ihe a na ihe a na-eketa reality yes ọ ya bụ datin na-ekwu emego vidio tosie ọnụ wee jekọta ndị akịta si ha bịa na they are ready for war ha abịago ma ndị nọ na WhatsApp group ma ndị copy and paste ma ndị na-eji voice note aka sọpọtụ ihe a ọ bụ na ha nwa ji join nwa enidi ha na front kịta ma ndị nke ha ma mma na ha ya eje nọ na WhatsApp group ka ha ya na-ekwu okwu ka afụ destruction ebute n'ala Igbo ma ya nwede efe ọ bụrụ igbo egwu na hall o setigo agbasi egwu kwuo na ha emego activate na ha nọ in control na ha batago na nwa ebidogo fa abịago kịta ọ Chineke ma ihe ha ya emezi villages kịta ma ọ bụ anwa gbagbuo ofu onye n'ime ha wipe the whole village out ọ ihe ya emezi ọzọ anwa gbagbuo ofu onye n'ime the soldiers that village will be wiped out. Or the refugee wickedness of our people still after say here fukwa grown up ya bekwa defend there and only defend this here go there and fight or we bido work we say na hardcore Biafra that and we support or armed struggle jebule egbe na ha abiago o man ko gebu di egbe kama o ya no na platform confuse ndị adare well informed if the wickedness of our people oh ya no na platform na atu ya na confuse na asi na odem mana ami abego on ground afu na ha kwado bia nya jezi ebule egbe so we confront he will not go o man kwado ko onye nke esolu mana o ya no na deceive others o ya ka na po wickedness our people are very wicked and heartless look at the wickedness that they are doing to our land.
I think you hear it. Wickedness. We are to war with the Nigerian army. Egosigo army ebirano. Or he lost gentle zurezu, gentle ezurezu, behave sticker Maya, Biafra color, a behave sticker. Hey, Biafra Liberation Army, Achoepo, Anyapia. Or Yakija confronting here. This is the word they talk about. You can see the big move to Okurukore. Big even Dokadano, Nizambo Junction. That's where you see them. They will shoot on the air, people will leave their machine and run away. They will go there and burn it. They will tell you Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Liberation Army. Or when they do not call here, so no happens here, who name is this thing. Papa Jima say, Abia, I will talk Barokoko, one Allah. I was sambo. I say no zoo blood, no zoo army. Hey, wiki zoo. On a jogi. ọ ndị nke ahụ gba ka ị na-egbu ele onye egburu ha ọjentụ na-amaghị ịgba agba ka ị na-ekwu na-egbu ndị nke a now iji hilos a challenge ndị a. All of you are foolish people. And people ego ịmakwa ihe war. Do you know what is war? IPOB ma ihe that presents the killings of our people to the world. How can you carry gun? You be complaining. If IPOB carry gun, will we complain? We will not complain. We will not report to UN. We report because our people are civilians. They don't have gun. Nigerian army are invaders in our land. They come to kill civilians. But government paid Simon to validate the invasion of our land by telling you that they have army. That is to say that the Nigerian government have the right to send their army to wipe us out. That is a very serious federal government agenda, a very serious British agenda, that Nigerian army have been killing Biafran citizens here that are armless. A Biafran was a Biafra army that are confronting Nigerian army, not even in Lokoja, not in North Ipob, but in Biafra land. That is the highest sabotage, the sabotage of the highest level, to bring war on us without being prepared. The highest sabotage you will see. You have seen people don't even know what is sabotage. Somebody is empty-handed telling the world they have army without having a country. You didn't have your country restored. You have army inside Nigeria, so that Nigerian army can come and bomb a village and say they are fighting with the Nigerian army, Biafra army. They can come and wipe a village out. They say that they fought with Biafra army, that it was Biafra army that killed them. This is a very serious project of federal government. Go and ask Omai. Go and ask Omai. Uzodema is aware. Uzodema provided a land, a ground, that is Imo, to do all these things they are doing. Their seat at home is in Imo. Their army is in Imo. Okigwe. That's all. Everything Imo. All precisely. Everything. Their killings, the killings of traditional blood, Imo. Everything they are doing, Imo. They can wake up on Sunday and say, today is sit at home. It's in Imo. Just imagine. People don't know what is conspiracy because your brain is empty. You don't know what is conspiracy. That somebody saw that our fathers was here after Aburi Accord agreement. British brought war on us. Now Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. The Nigerian plan to provoke us through the court proceedings so that we can retaliate. Then they will wipe us out. In the absence of our leader, they want to fight us. IPOB did not click to their to that option. We remain on our method, and they see we cannot shift. They now projected people, they contacted people, they projected them, they tell them what to do. And when they are doing it, they're doing it with the name of Nnamdi Kanu, showing you love, free Nnamdi Kanu. Are they talking about free Nnamdi Kanu now? They are now telling you they are restoring Biafra. Some of you don't have brain. That is why if Nnamdi Kanu is talking about you, he will talk about you as a fool you are. Somebody say our leader will be free, our leader will free, Nnamdi Kanu will be free. If I free him, I go and rest. Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. People started saying, we have new leader. Hey, God give us this one. God give. Nnamdi Kanu have not betrayed. He have not surrendered Biafra. He never changed tongue. Federal government did not defeat him. You have another leader. That is the stupidity, the highest sabotage, the highest saboteur you can ever confront. Projected by the government. All of them. What Ibrima do now is to bring in the whole political agents that was projected by the government. He now removed those that thought they were doing something good. He removed them, all of them. Now bring government agents as they planned it, as was projected by the government. They are the people, all of them, they are now coming. Ngozo Rabeze is now there. She will be there to be bringing in other people that will be appointed. You know, they have played the game finished. They have pushed away those, the novice. They have also pushed away those that was contracted earlier, who thought it would favor them. They have pushed them. They are now bringing political agents, women that these governors sent abroad, they are the people that are closer to Ekperima. Go and verify all of the women now closer to Ekperima. If they do not connect to politics, they are they are traveling outside Nigeria, have connection with politicians. Go and verify any of them closer to Ekperima. Some of them were sent abroad by politicians. Some of them. That's why if politicians want to contribute in their rubbish, they will tell them to call for fundraising. Some people don't even know that that is where the whole political agent in abroad, that the politicians here, both the governors, will send them money. They will now donate it in a fundraising, and they will motivate you. You think Biafrans are donating. No. Some of the agents that the politicians individually contracted in this job, they have stopped sponsoring them. They knew they did not achieve anything. That's why you cannot see us in Okonkwo. You cannot see many of them, because they were individually sent. Politicians pick their men, pick 5, some pick 10, sponsor them to support Ekperima. Every politician brought their own. Everybody played their game. All of them are there. Uchemefo send their own. Dokubo send their own. They are the people chatting, Simon, Simon, Simon. All politicians, all political parties provided agents that will be with Ekperima, facilitating his criminality and his lies, supporting it, so that they will attract genuine people to join them. That's the game. They brought their own. So when they saw that, even some governors saw that the people they contracted are not yielding any good fruit, they stopped sponsoring them. They stopped sponsoring them. And some of them slacked. Do you understand? Nsima was sent by APC. Do you understand? When their agenda fell, they told him to do other. He have no option than to start it. Some was sent to come and do Idu. There were many people sent. But they were all sent by politicians. In their fundraising, I give 400 pounds. A politician, a political agent in abroad. All of them, Ekperima have their own gang. He deployed before his arrest. They are with autopilot. Ekperima have his gang. Ohanezendi will send their own. Everybody is there. Supporters of Ekperima. Now 1,000 people is watching his program. Around Abage. Do you think we are foolish? Are you foolish? So if you are foolish, you think we are foolish. I'm Mechagi here, Jiran again. Thank you. Come and argue us with empty brain. Can you lag in each for dog? The Gakwa pedo nyozo. A lag in is Rusheba. Do you understand? We have defeated them. That's the only agenda of the government. Destroy IPOB, then Nnamdi Kanu will become empty. We can treat him anyhow. After all, there is no other group or any ethnic group or any organization that have the legitimacy, whether local or international, to confront federal government and the British on free Nnamdi Kanu. There is no other group. Igbos have no legitimate group. Ohanese have no legitimate group. World Igbo Congress can never present a legitimate group that will go and ask for free Nnamdi Kanu. The whole Biafra people can never legitimately go and confront the government for free Nnamdi Kanu. You must channel on IPOB. You have no legitimate entrance. He does not lead the whole Biafra people. You must know what is law. You must know that you must support IPOB to fight for their leader. You can never lead IPOB to fight for their leader. That's why federal government knew that destroying IPOB is destroying Nnamdi Kanu, because anybody that come and say free Nnamdi Kanu, they will ask you, are you IPOB that he leads? That's why they fought very well to destroy IPOB. Only IPOB have the legitimate. There is no Biafra government that issue Nnamdi Kanu any international passport or any documents. He denounced Nigerian passport. He's a British citizen. And the only legitimate channel to demand for his freedom is through IPOB, that is leads, organization that is all over the world. That is the only legitimate channel. But people thought the Biafra people are calling for more sit at home because you are so foolish. Sit at home have no reflection on free Nnamdi Kanu, because He denounced it. He suspended it in the presence of DSS. And IPOB issue memo. Automatically, Nnamdi Kanu, you are doing it for. And IPOB that is leading, they are not interested in sit at home. So if you do it 100 years, anybody present it to DSS or federal government, DSS will tell federal government that the person they are doing it for did not buy the idea. And IPOB did not buy the idea. That is to say, you waste your time. You become a fool. You are doing it in the name of Biafra people. IPOB issues it at home and remove the power. The glory went out. Tell me, show me a press release that backs up your Monday sit at home. No press release. That is to say, it will become useless. If you go to traditional ruler and protest, somebody must handle the mic. If you write a letter, somebody must sign it. That is press release. That is the voice of the people. If you do sit at home and nobody come up and say, we are the so group that gave order for the sit at home, it becomes useless because Nnamdi Kanu leads a group. Nnamdi Kanu is not he's not arrested because he's contesting for election. So the people, that organization he's leading, is the only people you will assist. It's the only people that will direct you how to fight for his freedom, because Nnamdi Kanu will instruct them the kind of freedom he needs. So through them, they will lead you. You cannot jump IPOB to go and fight for their leader. That's how they deceive Biafran people. They say Biafrans are fighting. We are demanding for more sit at home for Aaron Abage. Nnamdi Kanu is not leader of Biafra people. Only Ojukwu is the leader of Biafra people. In 3 years, since then, they have never been Biafra leader. This now we have groups leader or organization leaders that are fighting for freedom of Biafra. Masob, led by Wazirike. Benjamin Onwoka led BZDM, Biafran Zionist Movement. Nnamdi Kanu leads IPOB. So if there is any functional group, they should present their name. Nnamdi Kanu does not. You cannot lead the whole Biafra people to restore Biafra. There are religious people who don't believe in what you are doing. There are hardcore Nigerians, your own blood brother. So you cannot lead him. That is Biafra people. You must lead an organization or a group. And that is the people that buy your idea. Because people buy the idea of Wazirike. People bought the idea of Ben Onwuka. People bought the idea of Nnamdi Kanu. And that is where they channel. So people now came and start fighting IPOB and tell you that they sack IPOB so that they are now in charge of IPOB. Just imagine, is that how to start? Did IPOB say, Nnamdi Kanu say he's in charge of Masop? That is how foolish people are. Now, they told you they will free Nnamdi Kanu. From there, they are now agitating for Biafra. From there, they are now telling you that others have fought for Biafra for 20 years. They did not achieve anything. But you didn't ask them. But you say you are fighting for free Nnamdi Kanu. So you have left Nnamdi Kanu, you are now fighting for Biafra. Haven't Nnamdi Kanu surrendered Biafra? The answer is no. Haven't Nnamdi Kanu been defeated? The answer is no. So you are now restoring Biafra. So Nnamdi Kanu is coming to restore Ambazonia, or to restore East Timor, or to restore Benin Republic. Nnamdi Kanu is now coming out to restore South Africa. Thank you. We move. Thank you. Aiji Madnala. Jideshe Madike. Simon, what is the name of your group? We started with autopilot. Come on the fence. I ask you, Kedaha group. Some no was a structure, no was really serious. Or there's more value. So you move from autopilot to government in exile. It's now process. You are now moving from government in exile now to de facto government. The main federal government of Nigerian project is de facto government, which Dokubo and Dutemefo announced. That is the last bus stop where Simon and his gang is channeling. But those of them, it's an autopilot. Did you hear it? I told you that they have moved from autopilot to government in exile. Government in exile is brig. But some of you will see make post and write bridge. He said, we have moved from government in exile to de facto government, the main place where the Kobo is waiting for him. That's why they refuse to have a name, because they have not ended. That's where they are channeling. Uchemefo and Dokubo, George Onibe, Obidio Obienu. I'm sorry, yes, it's Obidio Obienu, yes. That's them. They are the people that you see in the Obidio Obienu going to my program to comment and tell him to keep it up. Don't you see him? That is their own. They have the de facto government. That's why you see Ebirima declare two at once. Because when he declared government in exile, Dokubo and co was angry. They say, okay, you must declare our own. No? He now said, okay, we now have Biafra de facto government in homeland. We have also Biafra government in exile. That is stupidity of the highest order. To bring in Dokubo, that's why Dokubo was able to provide criminals to come and march with the band, the band, the Anako band school. Has not Biafra army, the Anako band. Dokubo sent his boys. Everybody sent it because what they have was 8 boys. That is their army. So in order to validate it, Dokubo now have to come in. You know, Dokubo is on jihadist mission in our land. He's a jihadist. That's why he's working with Ozodema. That's why Imo is the ground. Right? So now, go and Google it. Biafra de facto government. If you not see Dokubo, the former Niger Delta militant, that's what they will write for you. They declare de facto. You see the date when he declared de facto government. And Uchemefo is his deputy. The other one is the administrator. Onyibe is now is he the information minister. The other one followed them. The other one that came and apologized to our leader. The other one, we later say, I'm sorry, on Radio Biafra. You know, he was with them. Is it his secretary or what? To de facto government. So they now regrouped. Now, all of them joined together in the absence of Nnamdi to scatter IPOB. And they do as if they agitated. From there, they will drop Biafrans. Everybody will scatter. Now, the facto government, as a Birima, who is the facto government? Is not, if not Dokubo. I will get another one. Aqua from Ka. Agama allow no ni. They can't no challenge Biafra na Biafra land. Akuya? De facto government. From bridge, office bridge, Gikade. Akuya? He changes the facto government. Customary government in Biafra in homeland. Solomon Ebo, thank you. Thank you. Can you understand the game? Nnamdi Kanu na inwete Biafra. Onye anyị koolu ka ndị ke nwụrụ na koolu ka onye anyị ndị nwụrụ n'agha ka ndị nwe onwe ị na-enye anyị ihe imere anyị achị ebe agbapụga Lagos n'isi ziri imechiri seaport ele ihe ị na-aga inye anyị na ale ọsọ gị ga-arụọ seaport anyị adịghị interested ebe our fathers are beggars in Nigeria. The same combined business we are doing, the same thing. We brought the money, we own the shop because we own the oil. We are in combined. We and the Yoruba and Fulani Northerners. But today, we cannot even buy razor blade and cut our neck. But Fulani will buy plane, buy ship, buy motor, walk their place. But if our fathers, Haneze, and the elders, Okwadike, all of them, if they want to barb their hair, they will go and kneel down for Fulani and beg them. Imagine how they are begging on court order. If people cannot stand and demand that court order should be obeyed, tell me the kind of country you want your children to belong. Allow them to free themselves. Allow them. Do not sabotage us because your Nigeria does not favor us. Even you that owns the business with them, you are even the owner of the crude oil, everything. But Fulani is now with the key of everything. And the common court order, you cannot tell them, nah, this is our own Nigeria. This is our own Nigeria. Let us convince my children to believe in Nigeria. Obey court order now. You have to respect us. You know, if you want our children to respect us now, to believe that Nigeria is working, obey court order. That's what we expected from the elder. So they are now beggars. They also want me to beg, to join them in their begging country. After begging, how will I approach Fulani if I become a Nigerian? If my fathers are begging Tinubu, then if we come to, after their own turn is over, our own turn is now crawling for Tinubu. We'll now be crawling for Nigerian president. We'll crawl before we'll collect anything to eat. After that one, our children will now be lying down. I don't know how they will now lie down to beg. for pure water to drink. Look at a foundation, something, business na aga. Case and homogeny nega anon, ya business imegro years. Ese omoge, mom, na business akono na ano. Gene kono litrenuru na Nigeria, ina singwage join ya business. O business na aga ke na bobato homogeny ya. Business na lagi niyi, ise no nige onni nega nwe ebe ahụ. Nigeria business combine again na Fulani na azụ na enwe again na inwere. Combine. Ise nye ego ka ịzụ toilet roll abịa gbugodo ụmụ gị atọ na village so that imechi ọnụ. Ụmụ gị na-ajụzi daddy toilet issue anya ọkwa na kese nweta shemi ya hapụgodo na na-eso ndị a n'ike. The same business anyị kwa ọkwa igwukwe crude oil. Ọkwa ya anyị aghọ beggars. Thank you. Thank you. Anyị jụsi ndị iro down. Anyị etigo ha mma nwakwa ya emerigo ha. Chineke mekwere m ebere. Just like what is happening in Imo. What we make sure is to present the situation on ground to the world. Do you know what we are? We are not even, if they may try to be Nigerians and rig it, that's how they used to do. But do you know the main thing? That anybody that rig who puts on the end is the problem. Do you know why? That Imolite was only patient, waiting for 4 years. Not that Ozodema is the janta. Imolite was waiting for 4 years, and 4 years have come. And they have done what they are supposed to do. If the Nigerian INEC do otherwise, the problem in Imo will have no boundary. Because the people have done, the Supreme Court judgment was surprise to them. They bear it. They bear the pains. They bear the killings. But after 4 years, you want to rig hope again that the world is aware that the people rejected him. No problem. No problem. You know, we always tell them how it happens. No need of rigging him. Because why is that? The Supreme Court judgment came by, what is, I didn't, okay, let me type it. The Supreme Court judgment came by surprise to them. They endured for 4 years. Don't play with this, they are 4 years. Don't play it. This one, they want to make changes. You see both people that have, their head are correct. If you rig hope in, their head will no longer be correct. Because just like Ago Nwen Chekube, before Wago Nwen Chekube, if you talk, they say, okay, 4 years, we'll vote him out. Now they have voted him out, but you want to rig him in, no problem. The person will face it because it is no longer IPOB. Now people will be aware that they are the first governor on the people of Imo. Before they say, is IPOB is happening in Imo. Now, the name of IPOB will automatically be removed because you will fight with the people of Imo. It's better you allow them, you allow their will to take place. We continue. I don't know how now again. Only the jet, the whole Imo rejected, who opposed them. Supreme Court ruling, were no case ya na emeka. Nka kwa case ya na ndị Imo. Nke ọzọ kwa case ya na emeka. Hapụkwa na enyi ma. Ọ wụrụ obodo chọrọ udo. Government, federal government that love that place. Though they don't love here. Here is not part of Nigeria. What they love is violence. They will never allow such person that the citizens condemn. They will never. Nobody can try it. But in Nigeria, because it's happening in the East, you know, they want our land to burn. They will allow it. They will ring hope in, you know, because he's a jihadist. Do you understand? So you can see where we drove the government agents. We drove them far away. They are now agitating for Biafra. People that say they sack DOS. Somebody say he sacked DOS on 28 February. So he now took over the struggle. They did not say, I took over the struggle for Masob or for BZDM or IPOB. I took over the struggle for Biafra. How can you take over struggle for Biafra? Did Nnamdi Kanu take over struggle for Biafra? No. He leads IPOB. And IPOB now grew higher than every other freedom fighting group. And in a normal place, is for every other group to join IPOB. That is how it is done. When you see that they have grown greater with a very solid foundation, you join them. So, but we still not go against them. They were doing on their own. The same Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB leader, campaign for the freedom of Ben Onwuka, Biafran Zionist movement leader, Benjamin Onwuka. He said Ben Onwuka must be released. Benjamin Onwuka must be released. He must be released. Because I was in detention, myself, talking now. I, fellow IPOB evangelist. I was in Enugu maximum prisons under awaiting trial, going to court when Ben Onwuka was brought in. I was there. In case you don't know. Do you understand? 2012, 2013. He was there until Nnamdi Kanu came and campaigned 2015 and he was released. Right? He did not say, I'm in charge of BZDM, I'm in charge of the whole. No, he said he is a freedom fighter. Nnamdi Kanu said he is a genuine freedom fighter, he must be released. We move. We move. So that is it. What we are telling Nigerian government is to come back from their dream that one day IPOB will be defeated. You must be mad. And Abachacha here. Are we playing gambling here? Mad people. I have removed the idiot. I play gambling. I run a bug. Royal Niger Company. I run a bug. No. She's any company. Zoroze Nigeria. Mad people. Onye cha. Ana akọ ndị egburegbu na ndị ka dị ndụ na ihe a na-alụ ịbịa n'ebe anyị na-eme broadcast Biafra ịbịa de post chacha. God will punish you. We move. In a certain number and the gambling. Anompama. So, what we are saying is that nobody should dream of defeating IPOB. You can see what DSS is telling Tinubu. A very serious structure. But I told you that they are the one who made the structure more strong. They built new structure, not IPOB structure. They built their own. And you ask him his structure. They said he's from autopilot. They now moved to Biafra government in exile. And from Biafra government in exile, we now move to de facto government in homeland. And then the Maracana Anya Ariotua. Mad, where Ana Anya Ariotua, Mad Eke. It's a beginning. Kaiwa. Before I knew not drag IPOB. Now we are Biafra from the east. Tell me what is IPOB. Oh, yeah, tell me. Tell me what is IPOB. That ain't an age, don't IPOB name me. In a idea police not going to IPOB. Now I'm looking at east. Only cause an action again. So action is lie. 150 days for Biafra to come. I am our action. You can only anompama. the same action you demanded from Nnamdi Kanu. He asked you to start immediately with your AK-47. Action. Wait, what did your action achieve? Killing a pregnant woman, idiot. Mad people, we have defeated all of you government agents. Action, action. How many people did Nnamdi Kanu kill? And they went and kidnapped him. Action. So, action of IPOB, you are the one that will get the heat. Are you mad? Is it not the government that will get the heat? So you want us to be tormenting our people so that they will see the action of IPOB. We are taking action on Nigeria. So you want to get the heat. Are you Nigerian? Go and join them. You get the heat of IPOB. You get the heat of our action. So how can somebody claim to be freedom fighter? If we shoot a gun, he will tell us, why is it that the gun didn't touch me? Are you enemy? Or you go to the position of the enemy? You see our action will crush you. Mad people, in the action, idiot. Hey, no election in Biafra land. After a election, is that action? I have launched Voice of Biafra. When is Voice of Biafra? I have launched Enter Biafra. I am our action. Anompama. I am in charge of ESN. I am our action. I launched Emo branch. I am our action. I sack DOS. I am our action. Mad idiot. Chireke Boroko. Ichiro kwe wụkwasa na lap enyi gị nwaanyị ebe ebe anyị na-akọ akụkọ anyị na-adọ freedom ihu otu ihu m dị etere m pancake etere m powder n'ihu ọ dị ka ara na-agba gị ị na-eme njọ ebe ebe a na-alụ ọgụ ebe na-akụ inyo mad people ndị action na election in Biafra land for 1 year umeche ticha mkpu only if Chinasa nwere broadcast Friday night against your election day election everywhere in Biafra land. I'm struggle. No campaign in Biafra land. All your action. And all here action. I show action. Biafrans, you will have your own Biafra network. And you will have your own browsing. Better than you have your network, phone line network. No siren in Biafra land. I declare no. I declare no. What is it called? No flight zone. No flight zone in Biafra land. I know here. 2 weeks. IPOB media warriors. They will no longer attend meeting. All your action. 2021 October 15. They will no longer contribute to DOS. Don't listen to Radio Biafra. All your action. All your action now. Zero action that affected Nigeria. Burning of people's motorcycle in Izambu is action. Lying down of our children and flog them. Flog our teachers. Traumatize the children. Is it the action? So that is the action. To pour the blood of cow. Fowl on the ground. That is action. Or you are listening to action. When you remove you, who will remove you? You must listen to action now. Action. You got action here. Today we are coming.
You are saying we have a freedom fighter. Bandits.
Kedu ndị anụmanụ autopilot na-emegharị mkpọtụ na platform you Nigeria 40 down Biafra Liberation Army ụmụta otu zero gbamụdị mkpa mma ife kịta ga-apụta soluru na-akụ erife ahụ na-akọ ma anụmanụ chinedu nọzi na-akpọ wọ just watch sọsọ vidio nke agodio ihe akwa just eji bịa ofu village ofu local village ka ha na-ejegoro ife ma ya fọsị mgbe ị na-anụ wọ na the Biafra land mgbe ya fọsị mgbe ị na-anụ wọ na the Biafra land o wee bụrụ hilos ezulu ezucha ntụrụ na na-agba egwu ka iji nwee hope ị ga-ejiche n'ụwa Simon Kpaji na-ekwu ụlọ nkwa don't you see how stupid people are so with ihe ndị a bụ kịta ka Simon Kpa kịta pụta echi kịta ọ sịghị na ha gburu ndị a 40 Biafran version Army zero unu eburu fake news na-akagharị achịkọta mgbọ na awụsa unu achịta ego ego ndị amị dafu na-akọfu akụkọ ịpụta ego onwe ugwu na agụ onwe nwa ihe ka m tinyekwere gị maazị ịmara ịtị ọrụ gị maazị ọ na-eseka okwu maazị Chukwuemeka
ọ na watch action wee onye action are you watching action?
enwekwebi igbo eje ị ga-esokwa Simon Kpati dị shek iso bido enwekwebi igbo eje agụfukwa onwe gị ịghọtago so kịta ka wọchizie jos ihe a bụ n'ofu ime village ka squad ndị amị a na-ejegodu ịghọtago ofu ime village ka squad a na-ejegodu ịghọtago ọya bụ a na-agbapụtasị gị squad a kịta ya je onwe kampụ squad a jelu na ha ma mkpokọhere na kampụ ahụ ma ọ bụ na those men on the ground agbara ọsọ n'egodu weapons na-emeshin ndị a bụ ya ka a ga-aba apụta Simon Ekpa na-agwa ndị mmadụ ya na ụmụ taụn young money ha a na-epost empty floor ebe a wụrụ ọbara ọkụkọ na-asị gị zuo army collect it with 40 dead. Biafra Liberation Army zero ihe dimkpa mmadụ nne gburu n'afọ 9 months ga-agbapụta ọ na-akọ ka ọ gị na ụmụnna gị na-anụ ụwọ ka ọ kidnap Fulani herdsmen ka ị na-achụ na ọfịa village unu just nke a bụrụgo
ọ gbago ọsọ onye action agwa gị na anyị ga-emechi unu ihe ebe a ọ na-ekwete miss action ị gbara ọsọ ka ngodo mmiri first ebe m na-ekwu okwu bịa mee action ịhụ vidio m post 2019 November 10 ahụrụ m ya ebe m na-epirichi na afọ ogwe market n'ụkwa west the IPOB local government national asị ha this man is coming be in the market and wait for him 2019 November mgbe ị ka na-agba ọsọ ị mana m rutere nwe onye m hụrụ ofu onye na-anọ na-asị na ọ na-eche ndị ọzọ m si na-eche ndị ọzọ makwa ihe a na-akọ a bịara ọgụ ịbịa lụọ ọgụ ka m zi ozi ọma esi ị na-eche mmadụ na freedom fighting gịnị mekwana ị gaa na yad kpọọ ha a na-akpọ mmadụ na yad ịga ebe ya na nwunye ya nọ kpọpụta ha ọ na-apụọ agbagbuo ya nwa gị nwala free ụmụ ya nọ nwunye ya ga-achọ ga abịa yad na ọ pasịrị di ya nri na tebụl na ikwe ka o rie nri bịa kpọrọ ya ka unu ma IPOB agbagbuo ya ma o eme di arrest ha na-abịa na nke gị anaghị akpọ mmadụ ma agawa na Biafra land ịma pọta ma dị orientation achọga gị na ya adị ịchọga mmadụ na ya adị ọ na-apụ agba ọsọ ejide ya ụmụ ya abịa na ọha ma ihe na-akọ n'ọgụ ma bịara kpọrọ dadị ha. Do you understand? Onye nke ọma ihe wu fool bụ ihe juru eju. Eche m ka ị gara skuul ihe kwesịrị ị na-edewe Igbo ma ị wụrụ onye Igbo. Olee otu ị ga-esi dị ebe a nọ dee fool? Ị ga-ede ndọbụ o na ofu l fool ihe juru eju. Before gị tinye a fool na ị nwere ike ide brain na brain gị juru na ihe but hence ọwụ fool mamara na ịla n'iyi maka ịbịagodo ebe a na ebe ọkụkọ ma ịmagodo gị ajọ ihe ọwụkwụ ya ihe awa afọ ya enwegodo ajọ ị ga-ajụ so ma ịjụ ha ajọ ekwesịrị ịjụ ise ndị agha ebe ị ga-anọ. We move. Thank you. Ọpụgo a na-agba ọnọ n'etiti a na-agba monkey post here. Anyị mechaa ya ihe ya okwete aga m alacha ha n'iyi ha nwezi argument. You're a fool, you are idiot, you are mugu. Join him, follow him, stop him, stop criticizing him, love him, marry him, hug him. Chineke kpọọ ọkụ hug onye ochi. A na-hug onye ochi na village unu sọsọ ekpere ma onye ochi a ga-hug ụmụ idiot ebe anyị na-ekwu okwu ikwu action akwa me play gro action na somebody in somewhere na-eti action na-egbu ndị Igbo na-eti action. I made a post. Let me still remind. I'll still go into my evangelism in Afogwe. I'll come back, but I still want to remind our people that hụrụ ndị niile ya na-ekpere ma so gosi ihu na broadcast n'obodo oyibo na ebe ọbụla just gaga chọọ ụdọ kwugbuo onwe gị maka anyị ka ga-revoke the victims. Ndị niile luzuru ihe ma machine ma moto ma keke ma mmadụ nwụrụ egburu egbu ma ndị hijack goods ha for Monday enforcement, sit at home enforcement since IPOB suspended. Ihụrụ ihe ahụ numere ị ga-aza case ya ma ndị ke nọ Biafra land ị ga-aza case ya. Anyị ga-eme unu ihe a ga-revoke ya. Everybody family fall victim onye ọbụla fall victim ka dị ndụ ga-eweta report. Enwere ebe a ga-provide ha ga na-acha na ele ya. Ewetazie picture gị ahụ kwa ị na obodo oyibo ma ọ na ị na ebe a na-egiri na-eme identify with the criminals ka ị nwee ike kwatu IPOB. Ịhụrụ picture gị ahụ a ga-achọ gị. Ịhụrụ bunu ama bunu ndị bunu ga-akpọ gị lọta bịa zaa kesi gị. Crime unu ejikọ aka ọnụ gbuo ụmụ Igbo with ashi Igbo chiche na ị ga-ala free. Family niile bere akwa crime unu aha anyị so unu hapụ emecha unu ga-aza the case. Anyị ga-revoke ye back. You don't shed our blood like that. We will revoke it. So in Afogwe, ma go nya okwe me push my microphone, my megaphone, my speaker obo push o by we ma onye ma ihe na akọ. Agwa na abịara izu ozo ma na akọ inyo ma how many minutes m nwere ịnọdụ. Ọma how many hours m nwere ịnọdụ. Ọma ediri m ozi mbịa mee awareness ka m nyere ha nwa aka. Ha nwa another side na IPOB. Coordinators niile asị ha chere m ọnwụ mbịa n'ime ahịa Kilia ya road ịkpọzie ndị mmadụ ha join ya unit by then ezigo m ozi n'ime ahịa ma ga anọdụ ahịa gazie ozi gị nwa na-emepezi unit ebe ahụ ya adịrị gị mfe ma gakwa anọdụ place gazie ozi ịbịa ebe ahụ na-emepe unit ya adịrị gị mfe ihe a ka anyị rụrụ. Do you understand? So mgbe m pushuru ya ma kwara ihe ahụ gawa ya nwa naanị o ya sị ka ọ bịa kwatazie ya kwarazie kwata n'ime ahịa m sị anyị ga-eme o hapụzie ka m kwara ya gawa dodge ya mgbe ọbụla ịdịzi free pụta dodge ya nọ n'ime ahịa join na ndị mmadụ n'ime ahịa ma eburu ihe m tiwa mkpu. Ị ga-ahụgodu 30 seconds video m sachara ọnụ na my profile na mụnwa na vidio mụnwa na-ekwu okwu nne vidio na-ekwu ọ ya mere ga ahụ m de 2019 November 10 a na-ekili anyị ụzọ mgbe anyị na-ezi ọkwa na-eme ya ọsịsọ na-eme ya ka biznes gị na-eme ya ka ị na-enwe gain na-eme ya ọsịsọ ị na-eme ebe a na-eme ebe a m na-eme evangelism ebe a ma na-eme ebe a ma na-eme na junction ma na-eme n'ebe a na-eme burial ma na-eme na n'ebe a na-agba bọọlụ ma na-eme na market ma na-eme na roundabout ma na-eme otu a ka m na-eme ya. Ewere ozi ọma wetara gị na doorstep gị jiri anya gị hụ ya bugharịa microphone n'ime ahịa. So ezikatazi m ozi ọma dị ya nwa anọ dị ahụ na onwe ihe na-eme onwe ihe na-eme people nọ n'ime ahịa agbago m okirikiri na-etuzi m nwa Chineke ndị niile nọ n'ime ahịa apụtazie iwọcha vidio ị ga-ahụgodu mgbe m tiri na nna m mgbe ahụ m kwuru okwu Biafra one woman si supported na-agakwara onwe ya otu a ka ha na-eme ha ji n'ime ahịa nwa obere ga-ewetara m ka m wọta nwa Chineke ṅụọ mmiri mgbe ahụ ka onye nwanụ m na ya so bịa njipụtawazie mara na na-ejide mmadụ mara na anaghị anwụ na na-ejidewebe mmadụ ya ahụzie the grace confirm after ka ọ jụrụ m maka ọ sị na ọma ihe nwere ike ị na-ekwu ma aga n'ime ele ihe nwere ike ihe ihe a na-ezi ka ihe ha nwa ama ihe nwere ike ikwu ka ihe na-aga ịkọ etu o jizi anyị ọkwa mgbe a na-achọ ka akụzie ndị mmadụ ọrụ a ha na-agba ọsọ atọ ụjọ m ga-egbu n'onwe m ahapụ even ọ ka dị mma ọ ya mere ha nwa amadị my way of about maka ụfọdụ ndị join n'ekperima ma ndị deceive nwere ike ọnwụ na ha so na ndị ma ya were about ama ha enwetala ya ka m ji wụrụ one man squad n'idi m ndị ụjọ na-abịa eti mmadụ onwe onye ọgịnị ya so gaa ihe duto obubara ya gịnị inwe problem ifọlọ victim m ji agara onwe m trọst onwe m gara onwe m ihe m na-aga ime until mbịa anyị nwetaweziri ndị nwere moral gaa n'ime ahịa asị ha apụta ha soro anyị na-agagharị n'ime ahịa n'ezi a na-ebukuzi m a na-ebuku rụchazie ọkwa ihe niile arụ ihe niile na-arụ ịrụcha ya ị ga-adị loyal to IPOB. Life, we are fighting together. It's always naanị ga-aga gba bọọlụ with one team. Ga-agba bọọlụ with a team. Naanị gị ka ndị ọzọ soro ghara iso. Ọsọ gị wụrụ Maradona. You cannot play alone now. A ga-enwe keeper nwee ihe ndị ọzọ. Maradona na ma Pele na ya nwa agbanugo bọọlụ with 11 players. Naanị ya nwa. Ọwashi na IPOB anyị na-agba with one person anyị na-ebu ibu. Ma ndị na-agba 10, ma ndị na-agba 11, ma ndị na-agba 4, otu aka anyị nọ. Emechaa anyị na-eme expect ka ofu gbagbuo na post. Ọ gbagbuo na post, ya ọ gbara laghachiwezie to ndị ahụ nyere the person. Ndị ka ebunyere person aja mụọ ya, anyị aṅụkọ ọṅụ together. Ọ ihe anyị na-agba na IPOB. Ihe anyị ji arọch onye nyere go duto no perfectly our plan. Ya nwa ihe o ji alaghachikwenu na arọch ita anyị nwa wụ because na anyị nyere ya ihe o ji nye goal. Simple. Teamwork. Oya mere from idiot some auto idiot. Ya bịa jụọ gị, what have you done since your leader was kidnapped? Machi arọ na agba gị. Ị na-achị Nnamdi Kanu kedu nke you? A na-eme you here. Ka na-eme I here. Ka na-eme we IPOB. Ị na-ajụ IPOB ihe ha mere ka ọmụwa. Are you foolish? On IPOB na-adọ freedom a na ụta anyị nwa na anyị na-agba wing dị iche iche. Ịbịa nle onye nọ na wing na-ajụ ya ihe gbasara barista. Ile onye nọ na wing na-enwedị ihe gbasara na ihe na-akọ ị ga-ajụ ya another thing. Why na ọ na-eplay nke ya and everybody na-eplay ihe niile is channeling to one place. Do you understand? Is channeling to one place. Mo onye gbara defense o, mo onye gbara midfielder, mo onye gbara attacker ma strike. Ha niile one thing goal ka ha chọrọ. Ọ ihe anyị ji na-arụ. Only a fool ga-ajụ m ihe m mere. Mgbe anyị na-epresent ọrụ ndị anyị rụrụ when the enemy come. Ma mgbe anyị chọrọ ịkụzi ndị mmadụ ọrụ, enemy bịa i present area. Mbụ unu na-agbala still ka dị loyal. Ya wụrụ ya nwa asị na ọ hụrụ arịsị Kanu, ya nwa amatazie ihe ọzọ a ga-eme na IPOB a na-emete ya since. A na-agwa gị na anyị ma arụchala hụcha ahụ je danger agbacha ọsọ dodge still ị ka ga-adị loyal maka onwe ha anyị na-achụ. Enweghị iwu onye who are you mgbe ị chọpụta naanị gị ga-eme John Uche mefọm nwe onye ọwụ ugbu a. Ọgụ nwa onye ewu ewepụ ha glory of IPOB dị empty. Ị nọrọ onwe gị bido gbawara izuzuru ewepụ ya ị na-echi ọnwụ ya dịka na wọk gakwa jụọ tari na-eme ọkwa ha nwere redio ha mepere ya mewezienu den ịhụnugo program ya ga-akwuwe n'okwu na redio ọkwa unu nwe Biafra redio the glory apụgo jụọ na Ikechukwu ọnụ aha glory apụọla ọ pụọ ịdị empty izuzuru gawa ọ dịghị ka ị ga-enwe defense onweghị ga-eme defend ya we take away our glory IPOB anyị nye gị izuzu anapụghị ya n'ihu anya gị dị glory ọ pụọ final ya hụ na ị na-eme broadcast ọsọ gị nwee 500,000 followers ihe ga na-ahụzahụ na program gị 1,100 2,000 something but mgbe glory of IPOB nọ with you ịma na ụfọdụ nọ na position ya chee na gloria ọkwa Nnamdi Kanu soro ụzọ respect aha a na-enye gị na coordinator as a coordinator ịma na each position na IPOB na-enwe respect ya nnọgodo ready nke ahụ dị iche ka ahụ ma ihu gị ọjọrọ njọ ma iwu katapila ma mara ma megwuru akwụkwọ iwere ha ndị position the gloria abịagodo honor that position Nnamdi Kanu create for that position ga-achọta gị then ime ọfụma adara gị love ndị ka na around adị love ịghọtara so ụfọdụ ọbịa a na-enye ha glory IPOB create glory dị honor nọ na that position already oche na ọya nwa nwe ya a na-enye gị ya nọ ihe dị adị bịa before emega appoint ihe ahụ nọ ịbịa zuzuwe obuwe gị isi a ga-anapụ gị dị empty izuzuru gawa each position iche na ọ gị secure glory nọ there akwa asị ewe national coordinator director eme gị already kwuo order kwuo respect nọ there ime ọfụma adị ya love ma ime gị ọfụma a na-eyuzu sọsọ respect ahụ undeserved for that position and ịma na ọ dị dangerous o nwere ike ịpụ nwata anytime but ọ bụrụ na ị na-eme ọfụma adị ya love mgbe ọbụla ị chọrọ ịpụtụ ewere love cover ya ịghọtara ewere love cover mgbe ọbụla ị pụwara abịa were love akọva tụtụ ya but ọ bụrụ na ị mere ị nọ na position ahụ ị meghị attract love ị meghị ọfụma ị mara na ihe ị na-eme na-eji ụsọsọ respect position ahụ and ụkwụ gị nọ hanging onwe ihe mere attract nwetara ihe iwebatara sọsọ nke ahụ director prepare for coordinator ka ị ka na-eri ha ahịa na ị ga-echenji so ọ ihe nọ na IPOB ọ ihe ụfọdụ na-aghọtaghị then nwekwe some people na IPOB anyị nọkọta enwere ike obere ihe mgbe unu ga-enwe nghọtaghị achọ ka etrite okweghị the leadership abịa suspend unu ma ọ wepụ tigodu somebody interim na-anọ ị na-ebido ọgụ ihe a kpara mgbe ị na-join agwa ị ga-awụ coordinator ga-esi na-ekpe ya ekpe ị maghị ihe na-abịa na tebụl ha ji mata na a ka ga-enwe delay ma elebewa mata ahụ anya and ọ ka nwere ike ime ndị mmadụ involve ha ga-eme ha apịachie ya enwere ike datin ga-emebi gị nwa that position ahapụghị dị with ihe unu na drag ọ ga-egbu ya ọkarịa na the struggle ihe a ga-eme they will now preserve you ewepụ gị na that position to preserve you the respect nke ị nwere ma glory gị ka ọ ka nọrọ ị na-egiri ịma na position ahụ will destroy you ị maghị na enwere ike iru echi ya wụ na ị ka ga-aba uru ụfọdụ ga-abara anyị uru mgbe a ga-enye anyị referendum gị hụ na o nwere ike anyị nwa anọzi ọrụ mgbe ahụ gị hụ na ndị a ka ga-akpọzi ga-abịa na referendum committee ha esere gị otu ọ ga-adị gwa gị otu esi eme ya gwa gị ihe niile gị hụ na kọọsụ ọ gụrụ na skuul nyere aka wel n'ihe ahụ level ọbụla eruru ndị ọbụla apụta mee nke ha onye ifilu na onwe ihe ọwụ ugbu a ọ na-egosigodo enye na the struggle enwere ike mgbe ke ya nwa ga-eru ya wụ na ịrụchala your own nke ya ruo ịrụchala nke gị ịhụgo na ọ dị mkpa ịhụla na that person dị ezigbo mkpa maka ọrụ ụka karị. Do you understand? So at times the leadership try preserve gị ha remove oge enwere ike for another level or to settle matters or ka watch onye fault nke ya etiezie somebody ka mara ma the same people ọ ga-ebidokwe disturb wakwa onye a mgba nke a ga-ajụ ha ihe o problem. Do you understand? So this ịma anyị anọtala na ịmụ ihe ndị ịghọtago so anyị ma so many otu ha na-eshe play ha rụọ ya otu a ma ị mara ihe ga-akpa the leadership ga-akpa ma ọ wụ ị ga-adọpụta onwe gị ị ga-adọpụta onwe gị life anyị bịa anyị akụziri gị IPOB ga-eze ha ekpetube my mata ka ihe na-ekpere my mata IPOB m stọdịrị ka m na-emetere ụka fọ a na-emete trọb can treat ma a na-etrit my mata ka ihe na-etritiri ya afọ anyị nwa na ga-etrit mata and IB treat gị na-achọ ka etriticha ya ruo n'isi awụ otu esi wọchị anya na ịma na ndị iro ịma na anyị bịa tukwuru ọdụ kpewe ya ọka ejide anya kwa ịma na anyị na-ala ala anya mere IPOB nọkọta ịkpọ ha ịsa ha nọkwa ịhụ na onye azụrụ m ụkwụ kwa ịhụ otu osisi ọmịa na ọsị m sọrị and ịma na anyị nọ n'ụzọ na-aga ha kpọkite gị n'akụ bịa enyi bịa iji gịnị zọọ ya ụkwụ enyi ele ihe o mere oke le ihe mere ngwa gawazie enyi gafee saịdị a ngwa gawana ka anyị gawana na ndị iro na-abịa gị na-ewe iwe na-ekpecha dị kes na-ekpecha ebe IPOB sị gị gawagodu first godu ịghọtara ịma na ndị iro na-abịachi ike n'azụ ka anyị na-alawagodu hapụgodu mata otu ịkpọ ha sị gị hapụgodu mata otu a ha ji sị gị hapụ ya hapụgodu mata iche na ọsọ mata gị nọ bọọdụ ịma mata ole nọ enwere ike nke ga-enye obe ya anya ị na-arụ ha pi IPOB a dịkwa very very serious. Thank you. Do you understand? And ọ dị ka onye achọ na gbara ọsọ mgba ebe ha che na anyị nwa nọkọtara bido ka ya nwa ebe ara na-agba ya ọ bịa ha le present godo argument gị I confront, but if I say we're fool, I remove Zuzu. He present argument. Mboblam ne broadcast, check here, only obla present argument, na confront here. Anime wepia. Until he defeat here, yana akwa the same thing, they repeat the same thing. Mama ne here something na WhatsApp group where they were added by the federal government agents, where they will be giving them orientation of a comment they will do in broadcast for 1 week or 3 days or 2 weeks. So that comment called game na my broadcast, ya called game na Mazi Maduabuchi, ya called game na Konyozo, ya called game na your post, the same comment, ya called game ya called game ke na say ya called the same comment, e mana na opugo, I remove ya poor. Very simple. Otu ego siri onye action, ya akpa, hụ na action awọkụ, remove ya na. Remove him. Mgbe ịbịa ka anyị na gị soro ụzọ social media ebe iji egbe mgbe ka anyị ga-agwa gị na ọ wachi ebe a ga-abanye na gị onye ji egbe ọ skrin a ka ị ga-agbawa ka ọ gịnị were egbe gị gawa ebe a nọdụ agba egbe anyị ejighị egbe anyị nwe ebe a ọ self determination anyị nwe media here anyị na-aga enweghị position onye ji egbe onye arm struggle onye nwere amị anaghị arụ amị na social media anaghị arụ a na-eme campaign na social media amị anaghị eme campaign a na-ekreta awareness na social media ndị amị awareness sandụ egbe ka amị iji eme awareness ha pakicha ngwongwo ha n'obodo unu ị ga-enweta awareness ị ga-ama na amị abatago ọhịa amị iji eme awareness ọwa onye declare amị every time ha nọ na social media na-akụ inyo ọwa ashị ụna amaghị anya ya thank you. Do you understand? So hapụrụ anyị ebe a mgbe ọbụla ivu egbe ịhụ m ebe ihe ọbụla laikiri ime m ugbu a ka anyị ka na-ahazi ndị anyị unu eburula egbe nyere anyị ohere hie nye anyị ohere na social media nyere anyị ebe a na-eme self determination wee ebe a awareness and they play the show ọ ya ka a na-eme na social media a na-egosi gị evidence onye ahụ ụsa ndị egbe ya wụ voice ya ivu egbe ụnụ gawa ebe ụnụ nọ ọ na-abịazila ebe a na-agwa anyị action na Facebook a na-ada egosi a na-eme action anaghị awụ a na-ekwu ya n'ọnụ a na-eme ya eme ọkwa ịhụ vidio ndị amị batara onye nwa ka a na-ada akpa action ihe ị ga-eme iri ozugbo blọkụ ha gbarie amọka ha gbuo ha niile ọ ya wawa action igbo ha echiwezi ebe ahụ amị agaghị abịazi ọzọ anọ mpama amị nọ n'ọka igwe ga-edifendị Warri defend Bayelsa defend Akwa Ibom defend Uyo defend local here what is it called Egala defend Idoma defend Igede akwa defend Ebonyi ndị na-akụ band nọ na Ọkigwe ndị a na-akụ band ha alasakwala ozugbo dọkụgbọ gbakọrọ ha agbakọcha akụcha band ha alasa ya afọkwa mmadụ 9 ọfụrụ ọ ya ka eji na-ajọzi gentle mgbe ọ chọrọ ịgba ọsọ ya sị ọwụkwa awo I am not worrying I go and come back come on nzuzu shi ebe a pụọ ihe ime egbu onye eze nọ na nke ya ị ga-akpọrọ ya gbupụ isi dewe na junction ma ọ dewe na tebụl mmadụ na-ere ahịa n'ime ahịa onye nwa Biafra amị jentụlụ lekwe ndị amị ịhụ ndị amị ka ha gafere ebe gaa na kọmpand mmadụ ga-agba egbe vuru moto ha chụọ ha ọsọ ọya liberation army somebody abịa na-akụ aka na-achị m action na kọmpand anyị ka ebe erocha egbe bịa na-agba ya n'ụlọ unu ịma ebe a na test egbe ịma na ị nwere ike ịghọta mma gị onye ka m ji hụ some idiot a sị na ha wawo liberation army ma ahụ ebe ha bụ egbe na-aga n'ime ahịa ma sị chai na ihe ahụ strategy ndị oshi if they want to escape from military if criminal armed robbers ka ihu offense Simon Ekperima and his gang na commit serious offense. If the army or security agencies confront criminals, if they challenge and the criminals see that the security agencies may apprehend them, do you know their latest strategy? So that the army or police will cease fire. They will go inside the market. They will drive inside the market. The security will stop, they will cease fire. Because the life of those in the market have become danger. It is all for armed robber. But somebody fighting freedom fighting, claim to be fighting for freedom. Do you know the army will move inside the market or that street and kill you with the people? They can only go back if it is armed robbers. Do you see that you risk the life of people? Now you understand. Strategy. If you see ESN with gun in any market in Biafra land, the market have been sold off. Because the army can have the right to invade that market and kill everybody in the name of fighting ESN. Are you aware? You can only see them in the bushes. And the government, the army know that the only thing we can kill in the bush are the grasses. Or ESN, that's all. So if you go inside the market or street, it is the hobby of Nigerian army. As far as the issue of Biafra, they have the right to kill people in that market. That is it. And on that note, we are bringing the program of this very day to an end. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Muchineke. There is something I have to do now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Muchineke. From me, fearless Ipob evangelist Mazi Maduabuchi. I'm from here, our homeland radio Biafra, here in Biafra land. It is good evening. Thank you.